Corki rockets, especially with the new Corki build that we've been seeing, it can be very difficult to actually get onto this XL backline without taking a huge amount of poke. They have engaged as well with the Ornn and the Jarvan, and that is an irrelevant.
Their whole goal here is to deny Adam as much farm as possible.
I mean, Adam doesn't have flash either. Like, if he gets hit with a single brittle, this is a very easy knock-up. There's the... Just look for the polymorph. What can he do? You can't do anything against that. The power...
Flash out, but I don't think he's going to. I think they're just going to concede that one. Only the first Drake of the game to really dominate through that mid-jungle and get themselves an early lead, but...
Yeah, you can ult him with the Syndra, but Unleashed Power isn't going to chunk him out too quickly. He's just going to be a very beefy boy on the front line, and now Xmatty in for a very difficult situation as well. Jumps away, limit low, and you can use the other ones for sight, but that
well
one...
executed overall from XL. Good use of the package alongside the engage from Marcoon. They have the numbers advantage, but talking about it, nice setup for XL. This is very much an example of turns as Matty.
Oh, nice Gale Force to get away from the Call of the Forge God. And as you say, XL now taking their turn in the mid lane. Rifthold will get another charge in. This tower should go down as Patrick can just chunk it out. Curtain Call opens up. Syncroft going in with the Crescent Sweep. Won't be able to knock him back far enough. Marcoon able to EQ combo out of there. Nuclear Inti being in, as is Adam. And this could be a good flank position for BDS. Jumped away by XL, but Marcoon has to pop the stopwatch. Adam trying to dive onto the backline. Limit's going to pick up the first kill. What can Nukeduck and Patrick do? Not enough. The heals from Limit keeping BDS tanky enough, healthy enough to survive through the burst that is Jinx Corki.
Good use of the teleports from BDS there to find a successful flank onto XL, get themselves 2 kills, and they should be able to get their first tower of the game as well. Really great play there to punish the fact that a lot was unavailable for XL. They wanted to try and reset. They were able to find something back, so great play there from BDS.
Able to keep that gold within about 2,000 as well. Finn did just walk his way down towards the bottom lane and should be able to take this tower with his Demolish proc. So XL will be able to answer with another tower of their own, 4-1 in terms of total towers. Next, looking for the knockback. And Nukeduck will use the package to get away from that one. Finn not in the position to fight this. Vanguard Jets look wide. There's the flawless duet. But look at the CC chain onto Adam. Baited and outsmarted. XL waited and they found their bite. Syncroft now forced to use an ultimate of his own just to keep himself alive and retreat back to his own.
There's nothing that he can do. He's now in the fight. There's no way that he's getting out of that, and he finds himself in a 1 versus 4, meaning that he very
this top side of the map. I have been informed, Betty. First Chemtech Rift that we have seen here in the LEC. Cool.
Lurking around in the fog of war, Xmatty has no idea.
He has got Flash, he has got Barrier, and he has got Syncroft just around the corner. Call of the Forge God coming out, Flash Brittle. Oh my goodness, it's just unfair. That's a tank! A tank shouldn't be able to do that. Xmatty burns both his Barrier and his Flash and Wish and dies in the end anyway. But perhaps Patrick's going to be turned back around on Wild Goat, keeping him alive just enough to survive for the moment. But the Vanguard Jet slowed him enough for BDS to find the chase, and now the chase can really continue. Nukeduck has to put the damage down for his team. Marcoon only gets a ward, double goes down, 3rd HP, and a tiny, small caster remains with it, but XL have total vision control.
The funny thing is, Finn is now a rogue. Look, he's in stealth, looking for the flank. Oh, and this is a good flank.
Oh, Curtain Call coming out. Call of the Forge God has been used. Who's he looking for? Nuclear in, the burst target. There's the Witch coming out as XL actually forced away, and Finn finds lonesome against 5 members of BDS. But what can Advien and Patrick do? Patrick has no mana. He can't change to the Rockets, and because of that, he's rooted and taken out. BDS able to wipe this fight down in the bottom side river. Nukeduck will have to flash himself. Stepping forward, Marcoon getting in there as well, has the smite. Of course, levels don't matter, even though Marcoon's at a 2-level disadvantage. Smite equal with Syncroft. Finn on his way, Call of the Forge God not up. More vision in the pit, Nuclear in, look at that damage. Limit forced away as well, Marcoon, EQ combo, Smite secured, but it's Syncroft that gets it, but look at the damage coming out from XL immediately afterwards. As Nukeduck can stay alive, they can wipe this fight. Limit across the wall trying to do what he can, but what he can do is not too much. Xmatty dies, and only Syncroft and Limit survive.
Not trying to flank, just playing front to back with his team, which I think actually makes way more sense. Yep. But now the TP, okay, I like this. Let's see where the engage is going to come through. The traps are thrown down. Syncroft looking for an engage.
Look at that damage on Xmatty. Already half of his health gone. The big one coming out as well. Call of the Forge God has been used. Syncroft tries to get in the midst of them, but with the Crescent Sweep, he cannot survive. And now XL can open up. That's a double bomb if I've ever seen one. Hextech upgrades all round for XL as they just snipe out Limit. Nuclear in will recall behind them, and he's spotted. If you recall in the camouflage. You are uncamouflaged. Nuclear Int spotted out by that ward. Marcoon's going to go in with the Cataclysm, locks Nuclear Int in place. Back he comes, Marcoon, with that GA. He built that second item, and now Nuclear Int, oh, he's on another ward. He's back. He manages to flash away. Finn still on the chase. Advian coming in as well. Perhaps looking for the killer himself. Adam stayed around for a long time. And meanwhile, NukeDuck and Patrick are just pushing in the bot lane. This will be at least the inhibitor tower. Definitely the inhibitor to follow. You have to feel as Patrick forces X-Maddie away. XL, get the inhib, get the Drake, get out. And for the moment, actually looks like... Wait, is there a TP on Nuclear Int? There is. He's going to get the recall up. There's a TP. XL outnumbered right now. Adam dashing forward, exhausted. Only lands the Vanguard Jets onto one, and now Finn is going to join the party. Down towards the bottom lane. It's a 4v4 brawl. Stun lands. Advian survives. NukeDuck does not shut down, and it goes over to limit. Perhaps not the target that you wanted for it. Marcoon farming in his jungle right now. Doesn't really want to join his team. Advian will survive with a heal, and the tower stands and forces BDS away.
Okay, so BDS at the very least get themselves a kill back. With the Baron spawning in 15 seconds, they may very well look to force this objective, knowing that they can create a numbers advantage. Now, the Baron is started off, as we talked about. The TP going to be used from Adam. That means that Finn will be a little late to the party.
Remember, NukeDuck doesn't have TP either. And, oh, doesn't matter, Marcoon doesn't have a life XL, immediately have to back away. Good CC and the damage combo out of Nuclear Int there to make sure they could get this Baron. And because of that, they will go into a gold lead. Team BDS now.
This is really where, I mean, we've already started to see a lot of the damage that he's capable of, but this is really where we'll get to see a lot of it. X-Maddie going to use his ultimate to try and zone XL away from this tower, and they're just going to do what they can to hold the line.
So no TP on Finn, but look at that damage from the Rockets. The thing about it is it's not just the fact you can do that amount of damage. See, it's a bit too intense of a game for the name I usually use for it, which is what we're not going to do. Marcoon, oh, that's a lot of damage onto him. Synchro stepping forward as well. Marcoon down at 2x Maddie. As the curtains open, the curtains close, perhaps on XL, and Patrick is forced away as well. At the end will fall, and BDS, out of the darkness, out of the camouflage, out of the smog, they find 3 quick kills. Baron still remains on them for 15 seconds. And it could be the beginning of the end for XL.
And just like that, XL lose 3 members. The TP is going to come through from NukeDuck. He's trying to clear out as many of these waves as possible, but BDS have their eyes set on the mid lane. The bot lane they can't really do much about right now. The question is, can XL stop the end of the game? 14 seconds. It's close, but with 5 members of BDS, it all comes down to what can NukeDuck do.
Nuclear Int has flash in just a second as well. Adam trying to get onto the back line, trying to get onto Patrick. Syncroft gets onto NukeDuck. Super Mega Death Rocket isn't going to be enough, and both the Nexus Towers have already fallen. BDS, after being behind for so long, have been able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat as they take down XL and claim their first win ever in the LEC.